Balloon 10-4 The Instructional Process. Good day, everyone. Today, we delve into the intriguing realm of flight instruction, specifically focusing on the techniques employed in this complex yet essential field. Our discussion centers around the application of the demonstration performance method and the telling and doing technique. Now, let's begin with the telling and doing technique, a time-tested approach that proves exceptionally effective in imparting physical skills and maneuver-based knowledge. Flight instructors often find this method invaluable when teaching various procedures and maneuvers. In this technique, the instructional process kicks off with a crucial step: preparation. Given the intricacies of flight instruction, particularly when introducing new maneuvers or procedures, meticulous preparation is key. This involves a comprehensive discussion of lesson objectives, completion standards, and a thorough pre-flight briefing. See the visual for an overview of the steps in the teaching process. Moving on to the presentation, our second step in the teaching process. This is a seamless continuation of the preparation undertaken before the flight lesson. The instructor meticulously demonstrates and verbally explains the procedure or maneuver, ensuring alignment between the demonstration and the earlier explanation. This congruence minimizes confusion and enhances reinforcement. A noteworthy departure occurs in the transition between the second and third steps. Here, the student assumes the role of the instructor, guiding the actual execution of the maneuver. This transition provides dual benefits. Firstly, it liberates the student from the performance-related concerns, enabling them to organize thoughts and develop insights into the maneuver. Secondly, it allows the instructor to evaluate the student's understanding of the performance factors. As we progress to the third step, application, learning takes center stage, and performance habits begin to take shape. Adequate preparation and comprehensive explanation pave the way for meaningful learning. During the student's practice, the instructor remains vigilant, identifying errors and preventing the formation of faulty habits. Now, in the fourth step, review and evaluation, the instructor revisits the instructional flight, assessing the extent to which the student met the pre-flight objectives. This step mirrors the final phase of the demonstration performance method, where the instructor observes and comments on the student's performance. It's imperative to record the student's performance and provide verbal feedback, highlighting progress and, if necessary, areas for improvement. Even in the face of challenges, instructors should maintain a positive tone, offering constructive suggestions to foster a conducive learning environment. Now, we're delving into the art of student evaluation and critique in the captivating realm of flight instruction. Take a moment to refer to visual for a comprehensive overview of the characteristics of an effective critique. Now, let's consider the essence of student appraisal. Each student is unique, and their learning journey is a distinctive adventure. It's important to acknowledge that outcomes may not always align with expectations. A critical skill for any instructor lies in the ability to carefully analyze, appraise, and judge student performance. Students, quite naturally, seek guidance, analysis, and improvement suggestions from their instructors, encapsulated within the feedback mechanism we call a critique. As the visual aid provides a handy reference as we explore the intricate process. A critique, essentially, acts as a bridge from the instructor to the student. It's a private affair, conducted promptly after a student's performance to ensure the details are fresh in both minds. Let's clear up a couple of misconceptions about critiques. Firstly, a critique is not a mere step in the grading process, it's a crucial element of the learning journey. Secondly, a critique is not inherently negative, it offers a holistic view, addressing both strengths and weaknesses. Let's explore two valuable methods of conducting a critique: the student-led critique and the self-critique. The former involves a student leading the critique under the instructor's guidance, fostering student interest and learning. The latter places the responsibility on the student to critique their performance, supervised by the instructor. As we transition to ground rules for critiquing, keep in mind the importance of focus. A concise critique with well-made points often proves more beneficial than an exhaustive list lacking adequate development. An effective critique should be factual, aligned with lesson standards, objective, flexible, acceptable, comprehensive, constructive, organized, thoughtful, and specific. Now, let's discuss the broader concept of evaluation. Learning, as we know, results in observable changes in behavior. Evaluation, a continuous process, transpires before, during, and after instruction. Instructors employ various methods, such as oral quizzes, written tests, and skill performance tests, to gauge students' progress and understanding. Let's shift our focus to oral quizzes, an invaluable tool for gauging a student's knowledge and understanding. Oral quizzes stand out as a widely employed means of assessment. Instructors employ direct or indirect oral questioning to engage with students. Questions typically fall into two categories: fact questions, relying on memory or recall, and thought questions, involving analysis and problem solving. Well-prepared questions are vital for an effective quiz, serving as a framework to be supplemented by impromptu queries as the lesson progresses. Let's ponder the characteristics of effective questions. Brief, concise, clear, and definite questions ensure optimal engagement. Questions should relate directly to the subject at hand, avoiding confusion. Tailoring questions to students' abilities in the stage of their training is crucial. Effective questions challenge students, fostering a stimulating learning environment. Moreover, articulating questions with proper English is paramount. Now, let's shift our attention to how instructors handle student queries. Clear understanding of the question precedes any attempt at an answer. Instructors must display genuine interest, providing direct and accurate responses. After answering, it's crucial to assess whether the student's request for information has been adequately addressed and if they are satisfied with the answer. Moving on to written tests, they serve as another vital evaluation tool. A well-designed test is a set of questions or exercises measuring a person's knowledge or skill. Whether simple or complex, effective tests share key characteristics, detailed in the Aviation Instructor's Handbook. Test development requires careful consideration. In aviation training, criterion-referenced testing, evaluating against a standard, takes precedence over norm-referenced testing, which measures performance against other students. The FAA's knowledge and practical tests adhere to criterion-referenced standards, ensuring proficiency consistent with safety. Title 14 of the Code of Federal Regulations, 14 CFR, Part 61 mandates a pre-solo knowledge test before solo flight. This test, administered and reviewed by the instructor, assesses knowledge of relevant regulations and aircraft characteristics. To ensure a thorough evaluation, supply type, fill-in-the-blank test items are recommended, offering a more comprehensive assessment. While flight instructors don't administer the practical test for a pilot certificate, they play a crucial role in preparing students for this evaluation. The Practical Test Standards, PTS, delineate the standards for FAA inspectors and designated pilot examiners. Instructors must evaluate each element of the practical test before certifying a student to take it. Keep in mind that these standards represent the acceptable level that must be met, not a minimum requirement. As we wrap up our discussion, remember that evaluation is an ongoing process, integral to the journey of learning and improvement in aviation instruction. Stay engaged, keep learning, and let the skies be your constant inspiration.